What impressed you the most about our Prophet ﷺ?
One thing that really impressed me, amongst many things, was the day that he and his companions and the Ummah rode into Mecca when they finally claimed Mecca back and they conquered Mecca, and the way he treated his enemies. Many people in the West would have very negative views of Islam. They think, oh, well, I'm sure Muhammad slaughtered his enemies or something. What did Joseph do when he was like the second most powerful man in Egypt, and he had his brothers who had betrayed him and sold him into slavery and left him for dead? How did he treat these nasty people? He forgave them. He showed them mercy. And this was the example the Prophet Muhammad, upon him be peace, explicitly referred to when he conquered Mecca from the pagans. From a position of power, total power, he could have destroyed them and he didn't. He showed them mercy. This says something about the character of the Prophet, and I just wish the West knew about that. The Muslim world knows about it, but the West doesn't, and it is infinitely the poorer for not knowing that.
What surprised you the most while doing your research?
The story about Hind, there was something that, like a switch, like I had to change. And that was because I thought Hind, she was the wife of one of the enemies, Abu Sufyan. And in a way, they gave money to kill Hamza, the favorite uncle of the Prophet. And that was what happened on the battlefield. He got killed. They even paraded with his ears and cut off his nose and horrible stuff. So the Prophet was deeply sad, of course, of what happened. And years later, he became powerful. He came in power in Mecca. And then there was Hind. And I was reading this book and I thought, okay, now she gets crucified or her head gets cut off or something like that. But he said, well, I cannot look at her right now, but everybody is forgiven. And if you want to stay here and live among the Muslims, it's possible. If you don't want that, you can go. But bloodshedding is over now. And I thought to myself that she was forgiven. If you can forgive someone who kills a relative, especially a favorite uncle of you, even starts parading with parts of his body to show other people that she humiliates you and whatever you stand for, that means you have such a great character. It's very special. It's something you don't see. And that's what he did. So I thought to myself, well, it was a really special guy. And when I thought that, I thought, yeah, well, I have these arguments for him being a prophet. I see his character. I see the way he treated other people. I see how he treated his enemies. I think he is a prophet. But